What's up, everybody? Welcome to Podcast Now. I'm Alex, and in this video, we got to talk about Fallout 3 coming in hot after the Oblivion stuff that we've been discussing over the last couple of weeks. It is a hot topic, and it's something that seemingly multiple people have asked Nate the Hate. Of course, he's the insider who, just by the way, in general, gets a lot of things right, but more recently, and specifically in the Bethesda-verse, he's the one who originally talked about Oblivion, right? I guess you could say originally we just knew it because of the court documents, but that's important to note, right? We knew from court documents years ago that this Oblivion thing was happening. I think it's actually several years late. There probably was behind-the-scenes delays or whatever. Maybe the original dates were wrong on the court stuff. But if you recall, back when all that stuff came out about Oblivion, there was a couple other stuff, including even like the next Xbox and whatnot. But Fallout 3 was actually in there as well, that Fallout 3 was going to get a remaster. So that's been in people's minds. Then, Nate the Hate, is accurately predicting all this stuff, or predicting he knows the stuff, he's being told it. And so he's talked about Oblivion, and then people have asked him, okay, well, you got Oblivion, or seemingly you got Oblivion right. What about Fallout? Now, I have found two different people that asked him, but he's probably being bombarded by a lot of people. So Nate the Hate, have you heard anything new in regards to the Fallout 3 remaster? It was listed in the leaked Bethesda documents back when Microsoft and the FTC were fighting. So is it still happening? If so, any idea when it could be announced or released? And he says it'll be a while before we see it. And then you could go to another one just simply asking, Fallout 3 Remastered still happening? Planned, but won't be for a while. So pretty simple, actually not too much to discuss from that. I think originally it was talked about, and maybe even in those court documents, that it was going to come out 2 years after Oblivion. Now, I don't remember if it was, because Oblivion was supposed to be like 2023 or 2024. I think it was maybe 24, so then maybe Fallout was like 2 years after that. I don't know, I can't read his mind. So, here's the thing, like a while, right? A while. What does that mean to one person versus another? A game coming out this fall could be a while to you, but it might not be a while to me, right? Now, he's a person that's like in the know. He might not be allowed to say certain things because of his sources or whatever. If it's true that it's, 2 years out, is that a while, right? Is like Fallout 3 Remastered coming out in 2027, is that a while? Probably. I think I myself personally, my criteria, I think 2 years would be like, that's a while out, right? So I think it's eventually going to happen. Obviously, at this point, I think it's not confirmed, okay? But much like Oblivion, I think it's going to come true. I just want to kind of throw out, though, right? With the Fallout show, and this is also kind of an older, topic just in general, I feel like, look, they nailed the Fallout show. I think the Fallout show was fantastic, and it's actually a show that I watch, which I watch very little shows. But for them to not be ready, like with anything Fallout, it's tough. I know like making games takes a long time. You can't churn it out in like half a year. But like with the success of season 1, to just like not have anything, right? Like to not have like a New Vegas, especially with season 2, like going very heavy into New Vegas. They just didn't plan for these kind of things. Like they knew they were going to do a show. I guess you don't know if the show's going to be, the success that it ended up becoming. But like, you know what I mean? Like you didn't have anything planned because of like, this is the quickest that you're going to get. And again, I know this is an old topic because people brought up when the Fallout show happened, people were asking Todd Howard, like on freaking red carpets, like, do you have a game to kind of go along with the show? Because now the show is so popular, even outside the Fallout fandom. Do you have a game to like kind of capitalize on it? And basically he was like, well, we think about those things, but we don't have it right now. And it's like, oh, Jesus. So, I think that's the situation. Maybe the earliest Fallout thing we get, maybe a year or two away. And if it's New Vegas, if it's Fallout 3, at least we know Fallout 3. At this point, because of those court documents, because he's saying it, because of the Oblivion stuff, you'll eventually get Fallout 3. And if it's anything like those leaked pictures of Oblivion, that'll be freaking sweet. So let me know what you guys think in the comments. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.